Welcome back to Nifty 50 Photographers. And in today's video, I want to do something that I haven't done before. I wanted to share with you another video that I've watched that I really had a visceral reaction to it. What was that video? It's Peter McKinnon's Surviving Alone in the Wilderness. If you haven't seen that, I'm going to share with you some clips from it today, and I'll put a link in the description below so you can watch it for yourselves. Now, there is another video that you might like to watch that goes with this by Peter, and it's called You Might Be Seeing Less of Me, and it gives a bit of background to sort of why he filmed it, what he got out of it, and what reaction he had on him. And I think that's probably one of the interesting things about this video. The effect it's had on Peter of making him feel a bit more about wanting to get in touch with nature, enjoy adventures more, enjoy what he's doing a bit more, comes through in this video. So let's get stuck in with a first little clip. One of the first things that strikes you about this video is how pared back it is. It is very minimal. There is no commentary, there's no subtitles, there's no music. And in the first few seconds, and just a word of warning here, the screen is black. There's nothing wrong with your device that you're watching this on. The screen just goes black, and all you hear is the sound of wood being chopped. And that sound quality is evident throughout the whole video. There are lots of little instances where you focus on the sounds that are going around and the story that is being told. Now, one of the next things that struck me, and this is really down to the skill of Peter and his team, is how great the camera angles are. There's some real great detail shots that focus in on the tools that the guy is using and the process that he's doing. And he uses several different angles. He has a wide shot to set the context, and then the detailed shot to show exactly what is going on. And it's beautifully and cinematically filmed. I guess you would call this an ASMR video, but there is a great story to it, and I think that's why it evokes this visceral reaction in many of us. You can see in the comments about the video how many people really enjoyed it. See this chap working in the wilderness, and it isn't until you get a bit into the video that you realize he's actually building his own log cabin. But in the meantime, you see him doing some work, preparing a fire, having a cup of coffee, working on his building before eventually he has a meal. And it isn't till right at the end of the video that you actually see Peter walk into shot. Guys, I just wanted to interrupt this for 1 second with a little plug for my Etsy shop. I've had a lot of feedback from some of you about how you love the processing and some of my photography. So it's predominantly landscape photos. You'll find them in my Etsy shop. I'll put a link in the description below for anybody who's interested in making a purchase of one of those. Now, another interesting thing that struck me is how the transitions work from camera angle to camera angle. They're pretty much all jump transitions, so you switch from one to the other. There's no fancy transitions with weird effects going on. It's just very clever and very smooth editing. And the other thing is the color grading is so beautifully matched to the style of what we're watching. It's done in those warm brown tones, so it's matching the woodland scene, the fire that we see, and the sort of warmth and coziness that you get a feeling of just being in that woodland scene. If you're wondering who the character is in the scene, it's a guy who goes by Trustin Timber. What a great name that is for somebody doing a woodland story, or a story about building a log cabin in the woods. I'll put a link to his profile in the description below as well. So that was my reaction that I wanted to share with you. I think just because it's such a beautiful film, and it's not often that I think that YouTube videos have that kind of Hollywood impact on you, and I really felt that this one did. I felt it was well worth a watch. He's a photographer I've always aspired to be as good as. His still photography is quite amazing. If you don't know his background, he did a lot of product photography in his early days, and I think that's how he's come up with all these creative ideas to help make his videos more interesting. Do let me know in the comments what you thought of the video, and perhaps you might know of some other great videos that we'd all benefit from seeing, where we can get some inspiration of how to be better photographers. In the meantime, go and have some fun with your camera, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.